Hey everybody, how's it going? Barry here. We just had the update thingo scheduled maintenance go on, and we got a new mon in this scheduled maintenance, and we're going to talk about him in this video. The mon's name is I don't know how to pronounce it. Emperato. Here he is. Here's the dark one. There's only light and dark, and they're nat 5s. Very cool. A little bit of history on this mon, even though it's a new one. This mon's design has been around since the release of the game. He was just never actually put into it. He was in a couple of their promotional arts. He was on their Facebook page's banner for a long time as well. I don't know why they didn't end up putting him in, but they didn't until now. You can obtain his soul stones from the world boss. We'll look at that a bit more towards the end of the video after we look at their stats and whatnot, so don't worry about that. But for now, let's just get into it. So, here we have Light. The only the only official art we saw for Emperato before was for the Dark Element, so this Light one is completely new. We didn't see anything for any of the other elements either. But anyway, so here's Light. Here's the Evo one, and it is so cute. I love it. Absolutely love it. And I'm going to look at the variant for all of them since there is only 2 elements we're looking at. And I love the white. Yo, this is so good. And then it gets super buff. Honestly, I do really like the Evo 1 a lot. The Evo 2 is cool, but I like the cuteness of the Evo 1. And here's the Evo 3, which is just a mini Vitra pretty much. And the white looks so cool. Okay, I like the variant a lot. It reminds me of Hollows from Bleach, which very cool, very very cool. Are you excited about the Bleach anime return and Burn the Witch anime and all that? Yeah, I am. But anyway, let's talk about this guy. Let's look at his stats first. So, he is a defender. Mind you, I have not looked at them yet. So this is my first time taking a look at their stats and skills and everything. So, yeah. He's a defender. He has pretty good defense stat for a nat 5. Nothing crazy, but it's pretty average defense stat for nat 5 defenders. Then his HP is good as well, and his attack is actually on a bit of the high end, so very nice there. Looking at the skills, so first off the leader skill, defensive stance. This is a new skill. Very cool. Decreases enemies' attack power by 30 to 35%. So if you get a variant, you will be very happy because this is the only mon that has an attack down lead skill. So very cool. Very, very cool. Damn, I want one now. Shit. Okay, then on 3-star, we have Battle Rush. 10% allies HP and SP, so it's the same as Dark Shadow. And I think there was another mon that had this as well, but I don't remember. I think it's Light Artemis might be the one. She is right here, so we can just double check real quick. Yeah, so it is the same as Light Artemis as well. Very cool, very, very cool. And then on 5-star we have Shock, 60% 2 turns, which very nice. 2-turn Shock is always nice. 60% is okay. It's a little low than I'd like for a nat 5. If we look at Garuda, who also has Shock on their 5-star, I believe it's 70%. Yeah, it is 70%. It is only 1 turn, but skill books bring it up to 2 turns, and I think 80% or something like that. So hopefully Emperato has books, which we know nat 5 books are going to be very hard to come by, especially for such a new mon, but it'll be cool if it does get books and can get that up to 70, 80%, that'd be nice. But yeah, that's it for this. Well, where you'd want to use it. So, PvP is where this guy really seems to want to go. The team battle rush is very nice. And then, of course, AoE shock. Very nice there. I guess you can use them for farming as well, but it's not the best. The morale boost for the team will help a little bit with filling up your SP, and the HP from the Battle Rush will keep them alive a little bit. The shock isn't that great, and he doesn't have much offensive stats to do well with farming, but can definitely be something you want to try out. Maybe for like DB10 could be interesting. I don't see it doing well in like any of the Colossus, or could be good for Tower of Chaos now that I think about it. If you're able to get your 5-star by the time you get to the boss for floors 80 and 100, that'd be good as well. But yeah, that's about it for light. Also, the attack down lead is very good for it, since you will most likely have it on your defense team for PvP. So being able to just lower the attack, your opponent's attack, very nice, very nice. Anyway, let's go on to the dark one. And the variant goes purple. Ah, I love it. I love it. It is so nice. Ah, I need this in my life. Wow. Those stats, though. Okay. So first off, it's an attacker. Looks so cool with the purple. Ah. So, you already know which one I like more. Stat-wise, it's an attacker. Has an insane attack stat. I think it's tied for like... I think it's like a 3-way tie for like the second or third highest attack stat in the game. I'm pretty sure Water Anubis Super Evolution gets 4004 attack, and I think Fire Indra does as well. I don't remember the exact number. Yeah, okay. Fire Indra does get it as well. But I think Fire Siegfried's a bit higher. Yeah, Fire Siegfried is higher, and Light Draka is higher. I don't remember if there's anything else that's higher than it. But yeah, that's a very nice attack stat. Very, very nice. Its HP is good as well. Getting close to 30k. Very nice. Extra survivability. And its defense is also pretty good as well for an attacker. So overall, it has good defenses for an attacker, and it has an amazing attack stat. So very, very good stats overall, which makes sense because this mon is going to be very difficult to obtain. Well, not difficult. It'll just take a very long time. Looking at the stats, on 3-star, we have the same skill, so same Battle Rush there, very nice. And then we have Hunter, 40% on 5-star. The Hunter being only 40% is kind of disappointing. It would have been better, well, it would have been nice if it was 50, but it's not that big of a difference to where it's like, oh, now it's bad. But still, would have been nice to be higher. And also, with this case, I would like it to have a bit more of, like, book upgrades as well, just to increase its damage a little bit more, because that's what this thing wants to do. It wants to do damage. Where you'd want to use it, you can use this one in actually more places than you can use the light one, though light would shine better in PvP. Dark is more versatile, so you can use it in PvP, though it mostly leans to offense just because of its Hunter and its more offensive stats. Then you can also use it for farming. The Battle Rush is nice there for the same reasons as light would be good for it. But it does have a damage boosting 5-star, which is very nice. Make your runs faster. I don't know the animation speeds for this mon, so I don't know if it's fast or slow or whatever. Hopefully it's a bit fast so that it'll be very good for farming. Then you can also use it for like GB10, DB10, and DB7, I think is the dark one. Yeah. And then you could also just use it as a dark attacker for like Colossus, for Light Titan. But of course, with Light Titan specifically, it will fall off when you get Courageous Strike and Unflinching Strike mons, which we did have a change to Dark Pinolo, who is now Unflinching Strike. So that's something there. So Dark, Unflinching Strike, and Courageous Strike becoming a little bit more available, which I will speak on Pinolo a little bit in another video. But anyway, back to this guy right here. You can also use him for Dark Colossus as well. The Battle Rush restoring 10% of a mon's HP could be good for keeping your mons alive for the run. If you don't have good passive healers, though keep in mind it is based on the mon's own HP, so it's still not going to be too much healing. But it's better than nothing, so there's also that. And how I would build it, I would go offensively. The stats just scream offensive. Which would be, because it's a dark attacker with its base 100 crit damage, you definitely want to go with a crit rate build, so crit rate attack, crit rate attack, crit damage. Well, crit rate attack would be better, I think. You can also go a bruiser build if you want to use him for PvP offense. That's also something that can work. He has similar stats to Fire Indra. I use my Fire Indra on bruiser build for PvP, and it does very well. Though keep in mind you're going to want to get a lot of crit rate from subs just to take advantage of that hunter and his base 100 crit damage. But yeah, that is definitely something that could work, could be interesting. And yeah, that is it for both of them. Personally, I prefer Dark over Light, just because his stats are amazing, and he is a very good attacker for a lot of things. So how you get Dark, here we are. So you gotta get Light and fuse it with a Dark Cosmo, so pretty much the reverse of getting a Light Siegfried. Very nice there. And how to get Light. So, the world boss is today. Well, it started today as of my recording this video, but this will probably be up the day after. So it'll be on day 2, at least if you're in EST. I already did my attacks for today because I did want to test to see if I can get soul stones from the drop. I didn't get any soul stones from the drop. My first 2 hits were both over 30k, or 30 mil. Yeah, 30 mil. And then my third hit was just over 25 mil. Wasn't lucky to... Either I wasn't lucky to get drops, or they just don't drop. I don't know. But if you click on rewards, you can see your ranking will tell you where you'll get, or how much soul stones you'll get at the end of the 3 days. So you can get anywhere from 9 to 30. Right now, I'm in range to get 20, which would be very nice because that means that I would have enough soul stones after just 5 world boss goes, or 5 sessions of world boss. But that's going to take a lot of time because we do have 10 days in between each world boss session. So, 10 days? I'd have to do it 5 times, so we'd have to have 4 gaps of 10 days, so 40 days in between, and then the 3 days for each session. So that's like 55 days before we can get one. Well, at least before I can get one, if I manage to maintain the 101 plus, which sometimes I do fall below the 301. So yeah, it's going to be a little while, unless you're consistently like number 1 or number 2. Well, actually, number 1 doesn't really get much benefit, just because it'll still be 4 sessions for you, whether you're number 1 or number 2. But anyway, this is where you'll get him. So make sure you're doing your world boss. I tend to forget very often, so I'll try to be a bit more on top of that because we do have a bit more of an incentive to do it now. And that's going to be it for this one. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, all of that. And you can take a look at like full big boss picture there. Have yourselves a good day, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.